I'm starting this one out with a disclaimer. Definitely do not do this, okay? My videos are intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is not me recommending you go out and try this. Definitely do not. Please do not even. This took place in a fairly dark time in my life, and I kind of regret a lot of the things that I did, but it just is what it is, and I wouldn't recommend anyone go out and do it. So I'm going to tell you about it in hopes that you don't do it, but are also entertained by it. So let's get into it. This story time takes place on a night after school. I believe it was a Friday night, and a couple of my friends had invited me to hang out with them for the night. We were going to stay at my one friend's house and, just do what you do, like play video games, get some pizza, and just have a good night. And I was really looking forward to it. Every single weekend this year of school, I was always looking forward to it. The week was just like basically a living hell for me. I did not enjoy my life pretty much at the moment, but I was getting pretty hyped because that was the life back then. When you made it through a week of school, you could just kind of kick back with your friends, eat some food, play some games, and just have a good time and not really have to worry about anything. So I was really excited. I was just, counting down the minutes until the final bell would ring at school so I could leave. And then that finally happened. I met up with my 3 friends in the front room of the school. And we left the school, we started walking, and there was a Walmart right near our school, so we went to that. We got a bunch of chips and snacks and stuff, threw them in our bags. And then after that, we went to the train, took the train down to where we had to get off to go to my friend's house, and walked the rest of the way to my friend's house. And we got to my friend's house, and his mom was there, and she was making lunch because, school, I don't know if this works, how it works for you guys, but for me, school on Friday is usually a bit shorter. We got at about 2 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock, so we were having a bit of a late lunch. And my friend's mom was making this homemade mac and cheese, which was delicious, by the way. If for any reason my friend or my friend's mom is watching this, that mac and cheese slapped. And then after that, we kind of wasted no time. We went down to my friend's basement, booted up the Xbox, started playing some split screen on Black Ops 4, busted open all the snacks and stuff, and we were just having a great time. And we did that for a good couple hours until my friend's mom came downstairs and asked us if we wanted to go to a movie with her and my friend's dad that night. And we asked what movie. They said they're going to see The Invisible Man. I don't know if you guys saw that movie, but I really liked it. So we all agreed. We're like, you know what? That could be fun. We're going to be here the rest of the night anyways. Why don't we go see this movie? So we did. We went and we saw the movie. My friend's mom paid for all of our tickets and all of our snacks too, which was really nice of her. My friend's mom was a very nice lady. We all offered to pay her back, but she said no. And we watched the movie. We had a really good time, and then the movie ended. And then once the movie ended, my friend's mom got a phone call, and then once she was done on her phone call, she started talking to my friend, and she told him, basically, hey, me and your dad are going to this party with our friends. We'll be home late, so if it's okay with you guys, we're just going to get you guys an Uber back to the house. We said, yeah, that's fine, totally, go enjoy your party. We'll just go hang out back at the house, keep playing our games. So that's what we did. Our Uber showed up. It took us back to my friend's house, and that was pretty much that. We kind of just got back to our games. We ordered some Papa John's because, why not? And at this point, we started to think, we played a lot of COD. We hopped off COD, went on to a couple other games, played a bit of Gang Beasts, played some Mortal Kombat, in some Halo too, just the classics. And after a while, some of us started thinking, what can we do to enhance this experience, if you know what I mean. And my one friend was like, we could, take some stuff from the liquor cabinet and, replace it, and, they'll never know. And I was like, come on, dude, let's not, steal their stuff. They just took us out tonight. They paid for our movie tickets and stuff. That wouldn't be cool. Let's not do that. And they all kind of agreed. They're like, yeah, no, that'd be kind of a dick move. They did just kind of, take us out for a night, so let's not do that. And my friend said again, well, I know my plug's out of town, so, I can't get us any weed or anything. And so we started thinking, we're like, what can we do? What else can we do? Which is always a dangerous game to play. You could do nothing looking back at it. We could have just done nothing and played games like normal people, but that's not what we did, apparently. So my friend whose house we were at, he stops, and he kind of looks like he's thinking, and he's like, hold on, I have an idea. I'll be right back. So we wait for him. He runs upstairs. We boot up COD again. We start playing another round. Still a little bored. And then my friend comes back down with this container of Benadryl. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say most of you know what Benadryl is, but if you don't, it's like an anti-allergy medicine, I want to say is what it is. I actually don't know off the top of my head. I don't take it, but in this instance, I'm going to explain what else it does. So you may have heard that people have taken Benadryl recreationally because it can function as a psychedelic. It's really stupid to do that. Definitely don't, because you have to take a very high amount of it for it to work, and it can do permanent damage to your brain very quickly, and it is just a horrible, horrible decision. So do not do that. So given all the disclaimers, I'm pretty sure you can guess what we ended up doing. We ended up taking it, and we had to take a lot for it to work. I'm not going to disclose how much we did take because I don't want to give numbers. I don't want to do anything that will encourage people to do this, because I really don't want anyone to do this. My friend came down with this Benadryl, and we're all like, whoa, like I've heard of this. I don't know if this is a good idea. And my one friend's like, no, like it's fine. Like it'll be fine. Like we just won't take like a ton. We'll take enough for it to work, but like just enough, and like not a ton. Like, you know, I guess he had a pretty compelling case, because we all agreed and we all did it. And we all went back to playing our game while we waited for it to set in. And we got bored of COD again pretty quickly, so we turned on a movie. And I think we were watching Jaws, like the shark movie Jaws. It was either that or The Meg. I know we were watching like a shark movie. And that's pretty much all I really remember doing. I remember watching the shark movie and starting to feel weird. But to be honest, I don't really remember a whole lot else from that night, except what I'm about to tell you. So pretty much the next thing I remember is sitting in my friend's storage room, which was very dark, and like it looks like an incomplete room, like you know what a storage room looks like. And I was sitting in the corner, just almost in the fetal position, and just looking forward towards sort of the door where a little bit of light was coming in, and all I remember seeing was this shadowy figure of just a person who looked like they were wearing a trench coat and a hat, just almost like, you know, that like mysterious cartoon thing. Like, I think you know what picture I'm trying to paint here. Now, I just remember staring at it as it stared back at me for like literally the entire night. Like for hours, it felt like in my head, and still does feel like it was hours that I sat there until it was morning. And I don't really remember how I exited that situation. All I really remember is that I did. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is what is known as the Hat Man, which there's so many memes of the Hat Man now, which a lot of them are really funny. My personal favorite is like, can't take Benadryl, I owe the Hat Man money, or something like that. But for those of you who don't know what the Hat Man is, it's pretty much like a shared hallucination almost. Like at this point, it's probably because people are expecting to see it, but so many people had reported taking a lot of Benadryl and then seeing the Hat Man. Like just so many different people who like didn't know each other. There had just been so many reports of this like shared hallucination, and it's honestly like a really creepy thing. But I'm pretty sure that is what I saw that night. And again, I don't remember how I exited that situation. All I remember is suddenly I was out of it, and it was the morning. And me and my friends went upstairs for breakfast, because once again, my friend's mom was such a nice lady. She was a G, and she was making waffles for us. So we went up and we had waffles until we were hanging out for a little bit more and talking about what we all experienced. Now, that should have been the line for me, because that was not a good experience, what you would call a bad trip, but it apparently wasn't. Like, so many of my friends were like, we definitely need to try that again sometime, and me, I guess not wanting to be left out, was like, yeah, totally, like, we'll definitely do that again sometime. Which, again, I know I've thrown this disclaimer out here so many times, but definitely do not do this. There's no good reason to do this. You can seriously mess up your own brain. Do not do this. That is the last time I'm going to say it. Anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy the story. That's why I made it. Like I said, I know I said it was the last time I was going to say it, but don't do this. It's for entertainment purposes only. But I hope you were entertained and somewhat informed about this subject, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. You all know the drill at this point. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later.